Hello, and welcome back to Donkey Kong Country Returns. In the last episode, we started the second world, the beach, where I fully completed the first 4 stages. Today, as I teased in the end of the last episode, we're going to be starting with Stormy Shore. If you don't know why I saved it for this episode, well, if you don't know the reason behind it, you'll find out very shortly. And let me tell you, it's a treat. Let us begin. Without spoiling too much, or really anything for that matter, I can't really say too much about this stage. It's very special to say the least. But who knows, maybe this stage contains some sort of foreshadowing. Not saying there is or there isn't, but, you know, just putting that out there. Okay, I missed my barrel completely. Didn't get hit by it, thankfully, though. Here is Diddy. Actually, before we get Diddy, I want to head up here. We don't need him for this. Grab the first puzzle piece. Now we can grab Diddy. And immediately after, pound on through here, where we get this little alcove and roll in. This, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think this appeared in the previous level, but it's been a while. I definitely could be forgetting. But this one's not too bad either. It's just the basic platforming. Follow the bananas. There's not really much you can do wrong. I'm sure there's a way to optimize how you move through the stage. But it's not really that difficult. As long as you don't screw up too much, you'll be fine. You're gonna get the puzzle piece. That's usually how it goes for most of these bonus stages, though, so isn't really much to say. Some more of these pillars. First checkpoint, and you can see a ship in the background on this O. But before I get the O, let's just watch this. Squiddicus! Yes, that is Squiddicus as he tears apart the ship. This is why this level is so great. You get introduced to giant octopus, kraken, whatever you want to call him. It's Squiddicus. It's just glorious. It is simply awesome. And what's interesting is I was checking the Super Mario Wiki just for a few information that I didn't, a little bit of information I didn't know, is in a lot of the Asian countries, and actually even outside of that, they tease that there's an octopus in the stage well beforehand, in the level name itself, and one of the only places they don't do that is here, and I think like Italy maybe? Okay, I screwed up. But I thought that fact was kind of interesting. The good thing about dying is we get to see Squiddicus tear apart the ship again. Still have to get this. I'm actually going to head backwards a bit, just so I can grab Diddy again. Already got the puzzle piece, so I don't have to worry about that. That one is hard to find the first time around. It's just way out of sight. But most of the pieces in the stage are pretty easy, and it's actually hard to miss if you just take the one path. Watch out for the tentacle. When he starts swinging it, that's when he's going to destroy the platform that it's in front of. So you just got to be very careful. Final here, and okay. Should worry about getting hit though. Don't believe there's too much in here. A few bananas. Heart, which is actually very helpful. And you get to see him up close. And, I mean, he looks not that big, but if you think about it in, like, reference to Donkey Kong, he's absolutely massive. And, of course, it's, like, out of reference to the... I don't know if the Kraken is really, like, a... I guess it is something in reference, but it's not like a... I don't know who created the Kraken as a name, but it's definitely supposed to be that sort of thing, just a giant octopus. I'm assuming it's probably just like a story of legend told orally throughout the pages. Should have saved the barrel. Good thing about that is there's actually no collectibles per se in there. There's no long letters or puzzle pieces. It's actually not a huge deal missing out on that. You want to make sure to go through the stage pretty slowly so you don't actually get them tentacles. Which just means that time trials are going to be a little bit more difficult because you do have to just memorize where the tentacles are, otherwise you're going to be I, for some reason, thought that was a Diddy barrel. Did I get everything? Yeah, I did. Okay. I for some reason thought I lost something. And this ending's cool, too. I missed it. That one's hard because you don't have infinite time, I don't think. I pretty sure he destroys the barrel. I can't say I've ever taken the time to actually experience that. I usually shoot it, but it's much harder to time it to get the DK. It's alright though. Fun stage. See you in the next one. So actually, I forgot. We do have to head back to Cranky Kong's shop real quick. Because I didn't do this in the last episode. And buy the map key. I have plenty of banana keys. Yes, open it up. Because this is level 6, the other one is 7. And I'm trying to do them in order. Low hole down. This one's also pretty cool. There's actually a lot of unique stages in this world and in the game in general. All the stages are very independent and most of them are memorable. There's very few that blend with each other. Even the ones that are similar, there's often something that differentiates them. And this one you probably can already get from the title, but I won't say anything just in case. This is also cool. See the little, oh, why can't I get it? Pinchley in the window there. And by shooting through the barrel, you shoot right through him and into a bonus room. This is a very unique way to enter a bonus stage. And I appreciate the detail. Trying not to fall off here. There we go, not too bad. 9.9 seconds. Moving on. Coming up to the main part here. There's the whale. We did see the whale in the previous episode because of, I think it was the second stage maybe? The first, but he has an anchor stuck in the blowhole. So by pounding the blowhole, and you can do that more than once, he will shoot you out, he will shoot out water and shoot you up. And I just lost Diddy for no reason. I do that so many times. It's just, it's so easy to just screw that up. Anyways, I'll see you when I get back there. Alright, we are back. What I was trying to do is, even after the fact, that first pound, you can keep going over the blowhole, and I believe it does actually have to be on top of the blowhole. The only test. Yes. By being on top of the blowhole, you can be shot out and shot up to get some collectibles. And this is one of the times that I think like side-scrolling is actually done really well, because it's made interesting. It's not just, you know, you move, you have to move automatically. And they're short too. It's not like the entire stage is side-scrolling, so it actually makes for a pretty enjoyable experience. This is fun too. These, I don't know what they're called. They're like seagull bowling pins. By rolling through them, you can get collectibles. Once again, it's just that fun detail. Now, if we stand by this tree, pound it, you can see palm tree leaves start falling out, and by continuously doing that, you can get a puzzle piece. I really wish that instead of there, they just put the puzzle piece with the seagull pins, because I think that's a more fun way to do it, but that's not a bad place to hide one. Blowhole will be more use coming up. I just don't want to do what I did before. And if you listen to the music, I forgot to mention this. It's actually aquatic ambience from the first Donkey Kong Country. It's a nice reference as well. Of course, it's only while you're actually on the whale or in these like more water-based sections when you're on the mainland. It's I don't know what song it is, but it's one unique to this game, I think. Safe. One more time. Good. And this one's easy to time, unlike the first. Not banana buns this time. Of course, got all the collectibles. See you in the next stage. Alright, now we have that split path out of the way, we get to move on to Title Terror, which is actually a moderately difficult stage. There's definitely a chance that I'll lose a few lives, which you'll see why. Again, so that wave, the big wave, that is an insta-kill. If you are not behind cover, you will immediately lose a life. It doesn't matter if you have Diddy or not. If you are not behind cover, you're done. Sorry about that. Let's get back into it. Make sure, because enemies will also be blown away. Enemies that have like cracked rocks are one-time use. So once they're hit by the wave, they are gone, as you just saw. Items, enemies, everything is affected. Nothing is safe. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to get to that. Okay, hold on. I didn't have time to get to that, like, tub, but on the bright side, we get to see some more snaggles, which is always nice. Always appreciate a snaggle sighting. Grab this whole piece, and then immediately head down here, where we can encounter yet another bonus stage. Very reminiscent of the first stage we played. There's a scenario just like that, like two puzzle pieces right next to each other. That's good. Interestingly enough, all of the stages that we've played, and I will play, are all 5 puzzle piece stages. Usually you get at least 1 7 in there, but after the first episode, there are no more. So that's one of the pieces that plays well. I don't want just random stuff. Now here, you don't have to worry about the waves at all. There's nothing that can hit you, except for the snaggles, of course, but the wave can't see. Got that there, get that other piece, and then just avoid a few more snaggles. Roll off, jump, put it in Diddy, and we're back out. Now I did smash this, or I did start pounding these earlier, but by pounding them for a long enough period of time, they will actually bust open and give you a larger reward, which in this case is a Ooh. And yes, you do have to duck there, otherwise you will meet an unfortunate fate, as Massa, yes, would say. I don't know why that sounded wrong to me. Careful here. Big treasure chest reveals the end of the level, where it's another easy timing, hopefully to get some lives or banana coins. Okay, well, I had to say easy, right? Something just fell. Well, I will grab that and then see you in the next level. Alright, so here we are in the Cumberland Temple. Now, I'm a little stupid. I did already start playing through this stage, but I completely forgot to record it. So here we are back, just a little bit of discontinuity. I just wanted to explain it. So that first enemy that I just defeated there is a Squiddicus that required 2 hits to defeat. The first, where you roll into it or jump on it, will destroy the body, and then the second, of course. It's just the head, so just jump on or roll into the head. Those jars that were just back there are very numerous in this stage, all over the place, and quite a few, I don't know quite a few is really there, but there are a few, it's better, that contain puzzle pieces, so it can cause the stage to be much harder, which is why I say that when you're trying to get all the puzzle pieces in this stage, it's actually quite difficult. Okay, that was close. I completely forgot about that. I just got crushed by the platform. To get this puzzle piece, you just have to roll off. This next coming puzzle piece, I am actually a huge fan of the placement. And get up here, there we go. On top of the platform climbing on. I just think that's pretty cool, it's unique. Should grab on here. Grab this puzzle piece, which is the final one, and quickly move forward. Now, I know this technically wouldn't be a first try if I completed, because I did already have a few attempts before. It'd still be cool to get it done in one recording attempt. Don't want to jinx it though, so I'm just going to stop talking. It's looking good though, and that is pretty much it. I guess there is still room for failure, but I just passed it. So, grab the orb, and we've completed it. Sorry for the recording issue, but nonetheless, the stage is over with. All the puzzle pieces collected. I'll see you in the boss stage. So here we are. This is Pinchin Pirates. We're going to be fighting, I believe the name is Scurvy Crew, and the Tiki that's controlling them is the Maraca Gang. It's the 3 maracas that you see when you lose a life, which I've seen a few times playing through this world. And I believe I pointed it out in the last episode. Got the Scurvy Crew, and there's the Maraca Gang. Alright, so as they bury into the ground, we get to start the boss fight. The yellow crab here isn't that difficult. There's 2 methods, and one is quicker than the other. It's very inconsistent on the other way, I found, is you can roll into them, but it's just not... They don't always land claws in the ground. Sometimes they still land right up, or right side up. I'm not really sure why that's that way, but it's just how it works. So the more consistent method would be to ground pound next to them so that they immediately flip up. After you hit all 3 of them, and they're all pretty similar, the only difference is the second and third will raise their claws. Wait for them to raise their claws, which they did, and missed it. Go again, and roll into them, causing them all 3 to fall over. Jump on all 3 of them, and move into the second phase, which is exactly the same as the first. Well, pretty much. And rinse and repeat. Be very careful when jumping on them, because as mentioned before, they will raise their claws. And I don't know if there's a pattern to it, but I haven't recognized one, so I usually just wait. And here you definitely wait. You can jump on them, but it's just wait. There we go. That's actually it. They slowly collapse on one each other. Don't know what I just said. They slowly collapse on each other. And it reveals the Maraca Gang. Just as the first, jump into them, wait for the pummel, and start pummeling away. Alright, with that being said, that's actually going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. We're going to be starting time trials in this world. At least I believe that's what I'm going to be doing. Alright, again, hope to see you there.